and verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so this during the time of the Greeks, because that's when great wickedness was multiplied upon the earth, when they took the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and were making them break the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father to lead them into heathenistic ways, heathenistic customs, leading them into a place where they no longer knew that they were even Hebrew Israelites to begin with, which is where you get the mystery of the Gentiles, the Hebrew Israelite foreigners.
Hold up, brother, because I'm going to just grab this script real quick just to kind of come as to what you just said. And just kind of show how, as you mentioned that the Greeks did it, well, there's an account of that. And this is how, the scriptures work.
From Maccabees?
Yeah. So,
paint the likeness to the images?
Well, I actually jumped to the first book. And it happened that after Alexander, Alexander, who people call Alexander the Great, the son of Philip the Macedonian, who they were not really considered Grecians until after they had conquered all the Greeks. And then all of a sudden all the Greeks were Edomites. All right? Who came out of the land of Chedum, which is known as being an Edomite stronghold, had smitten Darius, king of Persia, and the Medes that reigned in his stead, which basically means his race or stock, over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations, and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after all these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die, and wherefore he called his servants and said as were honorable, and it had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet still alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bared rule every one in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves, and so did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. All right, that's it on that. But like the brother had just said, man, it was these Edomites, man, who came into power during that Grecian Empire, with Alexander being the first one to reign in his steed, and they turned the world into what it is now, man. This Romanistic society that we still live in today, this Babylonian ideologies, the sex orgies, the orientation of sex, the adultery, all of it, man. All of that stuff came from these damn Edomites, bro. All right, the eating of abominable things,
Yeah, even hats. Right. And what's funny is those so-called people who claim to be the Jews, who are actually Edomites, they wear hats. They wear head coverings.
Right.
That's a heathenistic thing. You know what I mean? That's nowhere in the Bible that they would wear hats. They would wear a metri, which is just basically a wrap around your head, but you'd have the top of your head would be exposed. I'm gonna get another precept, brother. It says, this is Matthew chapter 11 and verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force.
That's right. And how did they take the nations down, man? We read about what Alexander did to take them. He slew all the kings of the earth, man.
And what was Esau's blessing? The sword. It's not that hard to understand, man.
Right.
The kingdom of heaven, being the Israelites, suffereth violence because Esau, Edom, has the sword.
That's right, man.
All right, and this is all judgment that really we deserve. These judgments here, these judgments there, that's judgments that we deserve, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as people.
And that's true, man, because, I was listening to the elders speak earlier on how, these dudes, there's plenty of these dudes that are Jakes, I should say, that lived lusciously in Esau's kingdom, that enjoy the benefits of Rome.
And they still do.
Yeah, they enjoy the benefits of Rome. They enjoyed the benefits of Greece, of Babylon.
Like Floyd Mayweather.
Right. Niggas like that, man.
Let's hear what's going to happen, man, to these ones that are Floyd Mayweather niggas, man. This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 30. For we know him that hath said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, The Lord shall judge whose people? His people. All right, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who refuse to repent, who refuse to come back into the Holy Bible, who want to go ahead and go dye your hair yellow, who want to go and wear rags and shoot your own brothers, who want to hate on you want to be a Mexican and hate on a Negro or a Native American or vice versa.
Hey man.
Hey, you gonna get judgment for it, man.
Because you're all the same people. The word heritage in and of itself, in the biblical, if you go to the Zondervan's dictionary, I believe, you didn't bring it, did you? You didn't bring Zondervan's this time, did you? No. Okay, don't worry about it. I got the definition written down anyway. Because the biblical definition actually means that it's the chosen seed of the Lord, man. That's what heritage actually breaks down to when it's saying it in the scriptures. So if you can't wrap your mind around that, these Edomites are completely not the nation of Israel, which should be understandable at this point. Right? You have these other nations under the sun, and then you have Israelites. And it's not difficult to understand. It's not. Okay? It's really not that hard of a concept. But people have been taught in these churches that everybody is the nation of Israel.
Have y'all seen Satan seed out here living
right there. The Satan seed just walked past us, man.
No, real
what
shit.
You
you know what? Every time y'all out here, I stop because you seem somewhat knowledgeable on what you're doing. Now, listen, it almost, if you're not thick-skinned or thick-minded, it would sound like y'all browbeat. If you're not thick-skinned or thick-minded, it would come off as racial. But I'm not. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is I want to arm y'all with some more. Satan's seed is literally walking among us. They have shapeshifters, man, that's walking among us. No, really, seriously, shapeshifters walking among us right now. If you look up, matter of fact, everybody know who Justin Timberlake is, right? Yeah. When y'all get a chance, this nigga getting processed in court, right? Right. The judge say, case number so and so and so and so. This is Justin Bieber. So as he's looking at the camera, his eyes do a slit, funny, kind of trippy thing, man. Right. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, they're here
I've seen
now, bro. Satan people is here now.
Beyonce got a video kind of like that. I've seen it. Beyonce got
her too.
Yeah.
Her too. Obama.
I get what you're talking about.
The word Satan in
adversary.
Hebrew, it's shatan. Shatan. Sha meaning 2 teeth, ta, and then on, while the end, which will be the seed. The end would be the seed, but ta would be the mark the seed. So it would be 2 teeth marking the seed. So the word shatan goes also back into Hebrew, is also of seed separate. He separates Yahushai seed from Edomite seed. From
you can call him Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, Morning Star. The brother's evil. Him and his partners. Yeah, the evil. It's the evil trinity too. You know that. Don't you?
What I want to basically, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but these people, they do satanic rituals to literally let.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that does happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get taken over.
They also genetically splicing their genes with alien DNA, bro. Hey, dude. Hey, just check it out, man. Go to YouTube and look up shit.
And bring, all right, man. Bring the script down this way, y'all, Don. What's that? Bring that script down this way, brother. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Jake, they just can't grasp.
And also, he was a scoffer.
Yeah.
That actually goes back to that fallen angel bullshit.
Yeah.
The fallen angel bullshit, where they come down and have sex with the daughters of men.
Right.
Which they don't understand. That's an interracial marriage, is what it's talking
or
about.
Or that, you know how the Lord, or those dudes that said the Lord's going to pop up out of the water. And, you know.
That goes all back to Christianity.
Right. And they clearly tell you that's not, hey man, the Bible doesn't describe that.
Most Christians right now, if you look, they push those out. Steve Q.
Right.
I got the stuff for that.
But hey, that's just that, you know, that's confusion, man. Yeah. When you know, that mixes in, when you try to mix other things with the scriptures, you're going to come out with it's going to be confusion, man. You know, he could have stood here all day and tried to explain.
He's always coming with some weird stuff.
Yeah, and it's not that, you know, I feel for the brother because he obviously is in some realm of understanding, but it's just not the correct one.
It just sucks to see our people in the state that they're in.
Yeah.
What, we got to sit for that?
Yeah, but let this brother grab this one and hold it. real quick. Man.
What is that on the lesson we're on?
Was it more or less? It was just relevant when dude was standing here.
It was on the lesson we're on? Yeah. While Malak bring his, just because it was on the, what we're just talking about.
Yeah, that's cool.
This will just bring us right back
And then
to
we'll
the
go
lesson.
jump back to that. My bad, I thought you had something to say.
I get one in on that flesh, alien flesh, how you said the mixed alien blood.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Whenever you're ready.
Down all the way down.
And this is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not.
Amen.
So it's not even his choice.
That's a good set, bro.
It's not. It's the Lord's choice.
Yeah.
Put those delusions on him.
Like the brother had said, man, that dude,
Talking about aliens and splicing aliens.
the Lord chose his delusion, man. And whatever you get mixed up in, whether you're,
Rastafarian.
right, or your whole life,
Flat Earth shit.
yeah, flat Earth, whether you're stuck in gangbanging or you're following some big booty chick around every day, your delusions are chosen, man, and you're gonna be in that. You're not gonna be able to perceive or see the word, man. It's gonna just sound like noise to you, like just dudes on the street hollering. And then the Lord already perceived that that's your lot, man. We
And honestly,
can't,
that's why you get scoffers. 'Cause
Right.
They get frustrated that they can't see what we see.
right, or that we don't see what they see,
Right.
or whatever the combination is. But that's man.
Lester, you see what
Right.
what kings have been trying to see for ages.
Right. Isaiah
Roughly
wanted to
paraphrasing.
see these things happen in real life. The things that Jeremiah was waiting to see, the things that John and Peter and David was waiting to see the new kingdom.
Yeah. If I could bring this just to cut that alien blood mixing with human blood bullshit. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men and another flesh of beasts, another of fish and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, and which talks about heavenly bodies and earthly bodies. Is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. For one star different from another star in glory. So that cuts his bullshit about mixing alien blood or reptilian blood with human blood. It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
It doesn't mix. But what he's confused about is where they got that fallen angel doctrine, where they think that the sons of God were angels, but actually what it's talking about, that word there could easily be put Israel. Israel is son of God, prince of power.
There you go, man.
So that doctrine is blown out of the water right there. He had no information that we could feast on.
There's just madness out there in the world, man. You people's ideals and delusions, the way that you see things, the way that you make excuses for your transgressions. Hey, just know that you're gonna pay for all that. Women, children, men, you're gonna pay for all the things that you think that you do that are wrong, that aren't wrong. To you.
You know what that reminds me of, brother? Is with that what was the Peter Pan movie where they had the Lost Boys and they had no food and they said you got to use your imagination.
Oh, yeah.
They
Hook.
still had no food.
That movie Hook.
Yeah, but in their
was-
mind they
was
were playing
warnings.
games.
Right.
Your imagination.
Yeah,
It's there somewhere.
and that's what he had. He had an imagination but no food.
Right.
He had no bread that backed it up.
Right. So he couldn't see that there was all this great, stuff going on.
Yeah, pretty
in
much
front of
he's a starving soul
Right.
that's gonna perish. If you starve, you're gonna die. You either starve physically, which is no food, nutrients, or you're gonna starve spiritually, which is the lack of the word.
Right. Hosea 4:6, man. My people are lost for lack of knowledge, man. That's why you got so many people walking around bugged out, man. Believing in all kinds of crazy doctrines and doing whatever it is that they will, man. That's that spirit that wasn't meant for you Jakes, man. That's right. And that's what makes you bug out like that. Believe in whatever somebody tells you. Because, hey, Jake's already been defeated, man. We've been defeated in America. There ain't about to be no Black Power revolution. Ain't about to be no Hispanic revolution. it's either going to be Israel or 2/3 of you are going to die.
That's right.
Because we already got beat, man. That's what you don't get. These Edomites are still controlling you. These so-called white people, the nation of Edom, they still have you in chains. They're just not physical anymore.
Do you believe that they're not the original Israel, but do you think there will be a new Israel?
There is going to be a new Israel. What do you mean by that, though?
For in Jesus' time, in the first coming of Jesus, Israel was the land.
Right.
The land of the ripe fruit.
Right.
Or the possibly ripe fruit.
Right.
In the second coming, there's to be a new Holy Land.
Yep.
A new Israel.
Which is correct.
And I honestly believe we are in the new Israel.
You think that this is Israel?
It may not, I mean, it's a clash of all of them, but this is the new Israel.
This is Egypt, my friend. This is spiritual Egypt. This is Babylon. Babylon the Great spoken of in the Bible.
And,
we're all sin.
But Babylon is a devastation.
No, Babylon, the city of Babylon is gone, the original city. And that's what the prophets thought too. But if you really go into it, this place,
Babylon
yeah, go
means,
ahead.
a confusion.
Yes.
And that's also through homosexuality, where everybody's transgender. That's confusion. Women ruling over men.
Women running off with another man. After she's already laid with one.
A quick question, real quick. So where do you get that? I'm just curious. Is it from where where the Messiah had spoken about about so many things about setting us free? You know what I mean? After his coming, him coming and being crucified was setting the elect free. Is that where you're getting the understanding that we're basically in the kingdom now, in the place that we need to be now?
I believe that where the Messiah comes about, he basically creates the Holy Land by informing the people and practicing what you preach. By spreading the knowledge, he creates that land of good fruit.
Okay, I understand.
And
where you're getting
it's up to the people if they choose to accept that and bear good fruit, or if they deny it and bear bad fruit. But we're not allowed to judge others. Only God can judge us.
Let me get you 4 scriptures.
Okay.
All right, 4 scriptures here. Somebody give me the 2 Peter's about the.
Just about to ask.
You know what I'm talking about? And then I'm gonna get this
28 and 68 too.
28 and 68.
It talks about bringing us to Egypt again.
Oh, Kanye, you can grab that.
I agree with it being Egypt in a sense, as in Egypt's technology was more advanced than most others. Of course, there was trading and stuff of information and knowledge and intellect and enlightenment and understanding. But I do agree about the part
That's because the Israelites.
Egypt having advanced technology.
The reason why Egypt was advanced like they were because they had Israelites enslaved. Writing came through the children of Israel.
But they weren't technically enslaved. They were
they were enslaved.
They were in lower class, but they were paid for their work.
They were enslaved. They were beat. That's why Moses killed.
Onions.
That's why Moses killed one because he saw the man beating one of the children of Israel. Moses killed one of the Egyptians.
Okay, but that was probably just in the right of justice to protect someone.
Hey,
No, because if you go up to the Denver Museum, they have like a model where they show the difference between the Egyptian palace and the Israelites' dobes. They were not equal.
No. They weren't equal citizens. I agree with
no,
that.
they actually were separate. They were actually
They
pushed
were
away,
lower class.
and there was abuse. There was they were called taskmasters. Taskmasters would be like your boss at work today, where they say, "Hey, I got to get this much work done, and you need to go in there and crack that whip and get them working."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what took place back then.
But they weren't actually slaves, though. They were seen as a lesser people.
Oh yeah.
But they were paid for their
It
work.
actually says that they're an abomination to the Pharaoh. The Egyptian looked as the shepherd as an abomination, meaning he despised the shepherd.
True, but in every great civilization, there's those who sit above and those who sit below. And hardly ever has there been sort of a medium or middle.
There can't be.
Well, today
It's
there
like if
is.
you have children, if you got 3 children, you can't love them all equally. You love them, but you might love this one in a different way because of the character and personality that this person shows.
And also in Egypt, usually the firstborn was the most
Exactly.
loved in a sense.
Exactly. And they got that from us. Because the children of Israel, everywhere we went, we left a piece of us.